Hello, welcome to Batman the movie on the Commodore 64. Now, yes, I know what you're thinking, this is an Ocean movie tie-in. Oh no! But actually, this is probably one of the better efforts as far as that's concerned, I think. I mean, it's nothing revolutionary, but you know, their games would tend to push the boat out, really. Now you can see programming is by Zach Townsend, who, shall we say, has a bit of a patchy record, but this is one of his better games. Andrew Slay, as usual, did his graphics, and music this time is by Matthew Cannon, and I think this might be one of his first games, but he certainly did a good job. I think the music on the 64 version is better than the music in the Amiga version. I think, apart from maybe the driving scenes, which had some sort of rock music on the Amiga. Right, let's get started. And the music it almost sounds vaguely like Galway. Now the first level, you just got to get to the end of the level and take out the Jack before he becomes the Joker. Now as you can see, you've got a little bat rope you can use to swing around and climb levels. You can also throw batarangs. I think the graphics are not bad actually. They're a bit, could do with a bit more colour, or but then it's supposed to be a factory, so not exactly the most colourful of environments. Now, if you fall too far, you'll die. So it's worth sometimes using the bat rope to descend. Now, this is obviously based on the I think it was 1980. Was it 89? I think the Tim Burton film came out with Jack Nicholson as Joker, and well, to be honest, in a way I quite prefer that film to the more recent ones, which are just fucking 2.5 hours of misery. At least that one, there was a bit of fun in it, and Batman is supposed to be based on a comic book, so I know it's supposed to be dark at times, but but still supposed to enjoy it rather than sitting through fucking misery. So I kind of like that Tim Burton film. So I might be a little biased in terms of this game because I do quite like the film, but back then, the film itself was quite hyped. It was quite, it was a huge blockbuster. There was no escaping it. So it's kind of hard not to get too swept up in the game at the time. Obviously, now looking back at it, it's just another game, just a Batman game. But it could take quite a while to learn the layout for the levels, but also I've played this quite a bit, and I've got to be honest, this is not the hardest of games ever. Having said that, I do lose the odd life. Now my energy is represented by well, it's the face of Joker now at the top, but it starts off as the face of Batman, and as your energy goes down, I've just been killed. As your energy goes down, it gradually takes the form of Joker. I think the little Batman's quite nicely animated. He looks quite good. The enemies are okay. They're not great, but they're okay. Better in graphics, I think, you know, as I said, I mean, they're not very colourful, but I think they're nicely defined. Yeah, when you lose a life on these levels, you're thrown back to a restart point, but there's enough of them that it doesn't throw you back too far. It doesn't get too frustrating. I can show you this. Oh, here we go. Here's Jack. So we knock him into this vat of acid, and if you've seen the film, he climbs out of the vat a changed man. So now we're I had this on cassette back in the day. The multi-load was okay. I mean, it was fairly standard multi-loads. You know, the main game takes 3 minutes or so, and you know, then it's a minute and a half, a couple of minutes for the next level. But you spend enough time in each level that it wasn't too annoying. Right, here we are, stage 2, which is a Batmobile chase. It's not really a chase. It's a race against time. You've got to get to the Batcave in order to thwart the Joker's Maylix Plan. You can see it's just dodging traffic, and you're following the arrow at the top. When it points up, you use the bar rope to do a 90-degree turn. If you miss the turn, you've got to come back, which well, normally results in you crashing into a lot of cars and you lose some energy. I think if you miss 3 turns, there's a police barricade waiting for you, and then you lose a life. Now this section is a little easier in the Commodore 64. If you put it on the Amiga, it's actually a race into the screen arcade game. Which is a bit more interesting, I think. On the Spectrum, this version is a lot harder actually. Right, so into the countryside, so we're almost there. Now, this part of the game and the next 2 levels are all in one load. It's not a separate load per stage. So the multi-load's not too bad in that regard. There's only 3 loads in total. Now, this is where we thwart the Maylix plan. I like the up-tempo music. It gets more tense as it goes along, but all you have to do is match 3 objects to put together which combination of objects creates the deadly compound. Now sometimes, no, I've got it first time. Yeah, there's a little bug in the game. Sometimes you can get it first time, or near enough first time. But it's supposed to be a lot harder than that. Right, time for the cannibal plot, which is to cut these balloons free. Again, it's just a matter of in the 64 version, it's a matter of just surviving until the end of the level. Each balloon you fail to cut, or each balloon you damage, results in you losing some energy. Now on the Amiga, I think you had to cut a certain amount of balloons, but that's not quite the way it is on this version. Again, the Amiga version was into the screen, and it looked very good for its time, I think. Yeah, I played this on the 64, the Amiga, the Spectrum, and the Amstrad as well. I think I played that. And they're all quite good games, really. I mean, they're not brilliant games, you know, they're nothing groundbreaking, but they're not bad games. They're certainly not the worst games Ocean have ever done. Well, no, that's not much of an achievement, but I think that's what's called damning with faint praise. But it's I still think on the 64 anyway. I still think it's quite a good fun game just to pick up and play. I wouldn't. I'm not sure if you've not played it before. I'm not sure whether it would actually appeal to you. It's very much of its time. But this sort of multi-level, multi-format approach is what Ocean tended to do with most of their tie-ins after Platoon. I think Platoon was the first game that really had that sort of approach. Because it was quite a success in that game, they stuck with it. I think sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work. More often than not, it didn't work. But the balloons themselves, so you know, these are all balloons that were used in the film. If you watch the film, you'll recognise all these balloons. I think if you fail this level, you got to start at the beginning of it again, which is a little bit tedious. But you can see I've got plenty of energy left. I'm not going to fail. Again, it's not particularly hard. Right, on to the last level. The last level is similar to the first level, where it's you know, a platformer with the bat rope again. But the music's great in this level. I think it's probably the best tune Matthew Cannon ever did on the 64. I think. Now, the actual handling of the bat rope is it's a bit sloppy, really. If you put it on the Amiga or the Spectrum, it's a bit. It feels a bit more accurate, and on the 64, it's a bit of a fudge, really. I think it feels a bit. Yeah. But you know, you get used to it. You know, on the Amiga, you'd have to go up and swing left, right to go onto that ledge. But on the 64, you just have to it just drops you onto it. I think the graphics are a bit more colourful in this level. And there's nice use of sort of more high-res effects. So look at those seats there. I like the animation of Batman as he walks down. You can see his little. There's quite a lot of detail on him there, actually. On his little mask and on the bats. You can see the bat symbol even on his chest. You can knock enemies over by swinging onto them. I'm not really sure if I prefer the Amiga version or this version. I quite like the Amiga version as well, to be honest. But I don't think the platform sections on the Amiga version are quite as much fun. But I do like the race sections on the Amiga. And the Amiga and the Spectrum version also has rats and things that are missing in this version. So it's a little half-baked. There's a few things missing, but I don't think the enemy can shoot down. They shoot down on the Amiga, which makes the platform sections a little harder, I think. I think this is still. I think this is still quite a good playable game. Well, my only fault I could level at it, I think, is that it's a little on the easy side. It certainly didn't take me long to complete it back in the day. I don't think it would take anybody long. But that's not a bad thing. I mean, a lot of games back then seemed to be too hard so that you couldn't complete them. because you know there was no ending, or it just looked round or something. They didn't actually want you to complete them, but as far as movie tie-ins go, I think Platoon beats this one by far. I still think that's the best movie tie-in that they did on the 64. I don't think this is too far behind. You've got to make sure you avoid these spikes in the ground there. It's an instant kill if you go on them. Approaching the end of the level, I think, if I remember. Obviously, you've got to avoid these grenades like anything. I mean, they will take your energy down. Big time. I think this is the end of the game, I think, coming up. All you've got to do is knock the Joker off his little step rope ladder that he's trying to get onto the helicopter. Just there you go. Now, on the Amiga, the screen scrolls with him, but it's just flat screen here. Well, that's it. That is Batman the movie on the Commodore 64, and yeah, it's not a bad little game. I'll give it 7. I'll give it 7.5 out of 10. Because I think it's still quite a fun game, but it's just it's a little too easy, I think. But yeah, it's not bad. Quite enjoyed playing this back in the day. Still enjoy playing it actually, if I'm honest. Right, there we go.